nominated. When I said myself,
before you claimed the whoever nominated you, Tambago said he should hold in Atlanta. You guys.
That is even after I had made my proposal.
I suggested Boston. I suggested
that is
upstairs. You go upstairs there now.
That is after my proposal.
When you give me money, I'll put someone for down here now.
You know.
Sure.
Let me come back. That's when it comes out of control. But you see, we need to keep train of it. You people write too much on this net to the extent that, the first time I've come on this net after a long time, I mentioned that I said after 1 year I've come back on the net. You people write too much, you don't remember what you write.
No.
Look, I proposed when he called for a meeting.
I record everything down.
Yes, and I record everything too. I have a file on all these things because I know how we are. We quote people wrongly. Even that email he's talking about, I have it. And I know what I wrote in there. The bottom line is that I called for a meeting. After all this wrangling between him and David back and forth, okay, I called for a meeting. I said, look, it is high time we have a leadership meeting and discuss some of these pertinent issues affecting this organization. I did not say David and Joe calling a meeting. These are two grown-ups who can meet and have, discuss what they want to discuss. Now, I said a meeting of elders.
You see now that this your problem is coming from very far?
Yes, it's coming from very far because, one, Joe has sat here for almost 20 minutes and said a lot of things. Did you see me connected to that? No. It's a bunch of anger. He's putting me in a bunch. He has compacted me with a bunch of people. And that is where the problem is. You don't take one individual and put in a bunch of people and expect that that person belongs in that bunch of people. That's what is happening. But the fact is, after I put that email out, I said, I'm calling for a meeting of elders, including myself. Because I knew people like Tambago and Sandis are in the net. And guess what? They will stand and say, let's smoke here, they will see wash water. So I included myself in that. Yes. Because he said, and even talk about Sandis, it's not Sandis who said that water thing, it's Tambago. Because Sandis had talked to Tambago.
He said Tambago.
No, he said Sandis.
He said Tambago said to Sandis.
No.
That's what I heard.
Sandis told me.
Remember, I have that in taping.
Yes, and you go to your tape, you see it. You people, you're dealing with a very impeccable memory here. I don't understand all these things. Look.
With selective vision.
Impeccable memory with selective vision, according to Lillian. Look, the fact is, I did that because I know some people will say, that's more security one show. And it's true. I'm a very young person mingling around these old folks. I've been around them too long.
Yeah,
you get choked. Now, the fact is, when that statement was made, it sparked a lot of debate. Now, Joe's idea of having that meeting here in Washington was killed. People started writing and saying, no, it's insensitive. You cannot have a problem with somebody and you're calling the person to come and meet with you in your house. Okay? So then we went into the background now. Somebody sent out an email and said, okay, I suggest that Ebini and Ekumah facilitate the meeting. You remember? Thank you. Thank you. See, I want things to go according to your point. I made my point. Good. That's the way it went.
Well, you made your point up to Boston.
Yes. Now, when that suggestion was made, I accepted. I called you, we talked over it. Even though most of the time you were in the background. But you and I had our own discussion on the phone.
I played devil's advocate.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
Okay. What is
she wants to pay for this evening.
Oh.
And this is my advice. She's very expensive, The bill will come to you. The bill will come to you.
I can take care of that.
Okay.
Maybe so I can do anything.
All right. That's why.
One of my favorite.
And she's like, she doesn't eat after 10 o'clock. So I don't know.
What am I doing?
Because of you, she's eating here. So
that's me. She cannot play with me.
I don't know.
He knows.
You'll take care of that. I will not.
It just reminds me of
I believe that.
I
believe that she is my fan and I am my fan too.
Thank you. Good. You take care of that. You're making her do things that she doesn't. Nobody doesn't do.
From the time Justin connected us
together. Don't forget that. I was having fun with that man that day.
Joe, just retract a little bit to look at Ebini has kind of seen the trend where I'm trying to set that whole session. You see, when I wrote that thing, I said, okay, you know, we need to have a leadership meeting where we can discuss on these issues. I even mentioned about the convention coming and stuff.
I think, just not to cut you short,
Yeah.
I think we understand that this problem is coming. We've understood the background. And you guys have done so well to lay it down.
Yes.
Okay? So what I would think now is that for us, I mean, not to really, most of you will be having very active days tomorrow. Today, why don't we address, let's do these three things. Why don't we address Boston, the Boston Summit, and then which you have already started, but
That's
let's
what we
not
are
go too much into all the other bad things because
Yeah.
those are already established.
Yes.
And then we address you, two of you in CPDM, and then the possibility of us moving forward and getting the best for our own jurisdiction.
Can I say something?
Huh?
I'm happy you saying that, but you know what? Whatever we've talked with Ekumah, that's Ekumah and I. It's just because we want to lay out the background, as you said. But to tell you the truth, from now on, I don't feel I have anything against Ekumah.
Okay.
Because I wanted him to know where I was coming from
That's good.
with the anger that I had. When it comes now to CPDM, this is something where we have to put out clearly. You see, when Ekumah came back from the Boston Convention, he called me and made a statement to me, Joe, I'm your brother. I know you very well and I know how fast you can move, but you are going alone. You need your own people beside you. I realized that I did. Because you know, as I said, I was not born a politician. One thing good about me is I lead people and I go very fast. I need people sometimes to hold me back and say, hey, come on, listen, as one goes so, or before I move, we have to plan a strategy. He is a naturally born politician. I'm not. He has an eye.
Except there is uncle there.
Yeah. He has an eye on how things can move. The only reason why I joined CPDM, only reason, is that if nobody else can move for money, I want to move. I don't care even if I die tomorrow. I die today for money. Let me move and let it happen. That's why I sat down here when all those old people were coming and talking about Manu Road, Manu Road, Manu Roads. I wrote the letter through the ambassador. When I mean I wrote the letter, I did not write it alone. I called people who could write, like Takucho, Dr. African. Mama, no, I get this, I can't, I did the whole of you. Rather than I know you saw a person. You guys put it to the president directly, what my people want to have. They wrote a letter, I reviewed it. See, one thing about me, as I said, I always go fast. He knows me better. One thing I will fault Ekumah is, I'm very sorry because he gets on his handicap. He does not drive. And when I have to move fast, I know sometimes without talking to him that, hey man, listen, I'm writing this thing now, I have to go. It's not because of the handicap, it's just, well, partly because of the handicap, because you know what, I can't get him to move in that direction. He thinks faster than he writes, because when I tell him to write a document, it will take him a longer time to write. So, if I have to be working with Ekumah, I have to have a buffer. Somebody who will be doing the writing for Ekumah. You know, Ekumah just call the person, hey, I'm taking you to write this in fast and send ahead.
But Joe, I do those things at work. Nobody does it for me.
Oh, but
It's because your pace is unusually faster than it normally supposed to be.
Which is true.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I say.
And I very like, don't forget, Ebini and I,
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Joe, this is directly to you.
Yeah.
Why is it that that letter that you wrote for all of us from Mali people has turned out to be a mystery letter that nobody, those of us who did not take part in writing cannot see a copy of that
And
letter?
I was told, my uncle told me about that letter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why can't we see a
Why
copy?
you people
We are not
decide to
illiterate.
sit?
Yeah.
Sit and write letters to the president.
We are not
Yeah,
illiterate.
let me tell you, when I wrote the letter to the president during Khaled's place, to elevate Agbotadi from a chancellor to when he was. Nobody had a complaint about that.
So it changed because we are elected.
No. I said when I wrote it, when I wrote that letter, nobody had a problem about that. When I now write a letter
I'm hearing that for the first time.
you cannot hear for the first time because it's well known.
Maybe I'm irrelevant.
It was well known. Because I, as the PR person for Khaled did not want to write a letter. That was his own age mate and classmate. I wrote the letter as the president of Southwest Association. Signed.
Okay, I was not here then.
I wrote a letter as the PR person for Mecca. I came and get Khaled. I said, Khaled, sign the letter. Because we get to support our own countryman. The letter went there. You know what? Agotabi received the letter and called Khaled. He did not call me. He called Khaled and said, hey, Chief, I see all the letter you guys wrote to the president. Thank you guys. When I wrote the letter about these roads, there's no two ways. All two things we said was, we, my people, are asking the government that we're begging the government to get into fixing our roads because we have now come to overseas and we are reaching a point where we need to start investing in our own division for the growth of our division, but the roads will be an impediment to our development. That was the letter we sent to our PR.
Let me ask you something, sir.
Yes.
Don't you think it's a little bit insulting for us? Some of us are in.
No,
let me finish. I've been listening to you. Don't act like that. Don't you think it's a little bit insulting? I was at work. When you called me, they have told me about you wanting to write this letter for us to get together and write it.
Good.
When the time came, you thought of people who probably you called doctors.
Please.
And then let me finish, sir.
Hold on, let me finish.
And then you called me
that's one thing
at work
to address. That's true.
to come and join you to go and give a letter to an ambassador. A letter that I have not seen. I'm a politically aware person. I believe that I'm an intellectual and I'm a literate person. How do you want me to react to such a thing?
Well,
if you got up and when somebody called you, then you're a fool.
No,
then you don't really know that man you represent. That's what I will tell you.
Ebini,
because up to now I'm asking you, why is that letter a mystery?
It's not a mystery.
When people write those letters, they are published even and people see them.
No, but
why is it a mystery in the Manu community?
No, it's not a mystery because everybody in Cameroon has
why don't we have it here? We are the ones sending the letter. Why don't we have it?
That's why I refuse. In fact, I refuse to go, and I know you and I talk on this very thing.
You
refuse to go because we could not see a copy of the letter.
Okay, I will tell you one thing.
I refuse to go.
I'll tell you one thing. It's not about refusal. One thing about me, and I will tell you, I don't even have a copy of it myself as John. The only one copy, because I printed 2 copies. One to go to the ambassador, which he will forward to Cameroon. One extra copy that I had.
Discount, right?
No, man, that's one thing I'm telling you. When they send it to me, email. Okay?
You didn't save it?
Please, listen. That saving, I didn't. I wasn't ready to be promoted.
You know where it is?
Oh, are you reasoning? I wasn't ready to be promoted for me to start saying, okay, let me save this in somewhere. Because I have more than 7,000 emails that come to me that are there in my.
Come on, Joe. Don't give me that crap. You are an important thing that you are writing for us. Whether it's 700, you don't codify them, you don't save it, you don't do anything.
I didn't say that.
Then you treat us as fools. You think that we are fools.
One thing you may not realize.
No, this one is not your issue and Ekumah. I'm just talking about your
problem. No, you can talk as you want. I understand your problem. But what I'm saying is, I had it in my email. I was not hoping.
You didn't save it in the diskette.
Can you get something? The diskette is my email. If I wanted to print it, I would print it. I did not foresee that I was going to be promoted to leave immediately. To go home. And as soon as I came back, I was not going back to the bureau, where the machine is. When you have an email, you don't you don't get access the email.
Alfred have a copy, right? He emailed it to
I
you.
don't know if he had if it's not only Alfred. So your PhD stuff is not Alfred did not go. Alfred letter did not go to BIA. Went to the Prime Minister.
I think you want me to go and get a PhD before you start.
No. You don't have to. That you see you. I will tell you one thing. If you're joking, forget that word PhD. You know why? It's very touchy sometimes when somebody has.
It is touchy.
No, touchy because you know why?
I touchy when you don't respect my own. I write and everything. If you don't respect
anyway,
my own integrity too, it's touchy.
Forget it.
I
made a statement. No, I was jokingly making a statement somewhere about PhD. With
I think I should just go and be called up.
Tambe.
Too before I will be respected in
No.
this community.
So you don't respect it.
You know, Ebini had attacked you on the internet.
Yeah.
So you are very selective, and you see I have that opinion also.
No, I'm not.
You are very selective who you choose and when you want to choose people.
No, I'm not.
And with all what has been going on, I came to that conclusion also.
I think that's the wrong conclusion.
Because you see,
You know one thing? I need something.
especially evident in Atlanta. I mean, not in Atlanta, in Chicago, when all that stuff was going on. Joe, you know that party you call like that? First of all, I wasn't invited to that party.
Which party?
The party you had with the ambassador.
Kidnapping yourself.
Yes.
Listen.
See,
Listen.
in case you don't know.
No.
Now you went to my classmate. Now you
man.
sat right next to me like this.
Listen.
Now
Mama,
you beat Monday some Igbo
can
walk
I, listen.
just to sit next to me in class.
Can I tell you something, Ekumah?
Yes.
Ekumah. Those are the type of wrong assumptions people make. Because Assam, who is that president over there,
Yes.
okay, if he is honest to every man in person, he will know the plan of having a reception at Taoist place was part of the convention, which he assigned to, which he subscribed to.
And he didn't come to it.
He did not only did not come, he fought hard to tell my people they were not invited.
In fact,
That was open.
It was open to every man in person.
the information we got on that floor, even the so-called PhDs, some of them were very angry there. I'm telling you the truth, on that floor, you were gone. People were angry that that party was exclusive, they were not invited.
Man.
Okay, that's what
For once I was with the elite, man.
That's what sparked. That's what sparked. Hold on. That is what sparked the meeting at Assam's house. That it was a selective this thing. You take away the limelight from the convention and that. But again, that's a minor issue. I just want to step on.
That's what I'm telling you.
I just want to
My
step
people
on.
know. My people.
No, but
When they get jealous, they don't say anything.
look, I believe very sincerely. Joe is my friend, and I'm one of his greatest critics when he does something wrong. If we look at things along those lines, I think Joe has made some very significant errors. But that does not really erase his dedication and commitment and sacrifices that he makes towards the Mali community. And that is where I get angry when our people become too blind because somebody falls short somewhere.
Because Joe does not have.
That is one thing that is.
When we took over office, I told Joe, I advised you, I said, Joe, we need a network. And I mentioned this to you when I came back from Boston. You were there in Boston. You saw what Joe went through in absentia, didn't you? Who stood up in defense of Joe? It's me here. Okay? I stood up for your name just as I've always stood for your name. When I believe in somebody, I believe in somebody. You can be selective and whatever you are, it doesn't bother me because I've already defined myself. I know what I can offer and what I cannot.
Okay.
But the fact is, when this foundation thing came up, since we're dealing with the Boston summit now, when this foundation, we went to Boston very blind. This is the Ebini here. We did not know Boston had a secret agenda to kill the foundation. And guess what? The minutes that came out, they struggled and put in 2 items that we disagreed on. They fitted into those recommendations. The meeting in Boston was not a meeting against Jumbo, as I heard that you did not like the spirit of that meeting and probably did not even encourage some people to go to that meeting. I did not hold a meeting against Jumbo.
No, but most of that, Ekumah,
Yes.
we were trying to moderate this thing. Most of the people who raised issues on that thing
was directed towards enmity towards Jumbo.
Yes.
That was very true.
And I stood up and said,
Okay.
listen, if
And
you don't like the man,
Jumbo
don't kill the
Jumbo
organization
tried
right
to
now.
get me not to go to Boston because of his anger. And I told Jumbo that you are stupid. If what they are going to do, if I go and I don't go, I'm supposed even to go there to help you out if you are not going. I talked to him like that. He was really like, if he did not know me, he would have categorized me with his enemies.
And he sent me an
Just
email.
by my accepting to go to Boston.
He sent me an email
But I
when all of
explained to
this.
him.
Ebini, he sent me an email, a private mail, that Ekumah, I understand your role in all of this. This is his exact words I'm using. But have you seek my opinion? I sent Joe, and this is exact words as I'm telling you. You don't mess around my memory.
No, but
Okay.
I sent a
No.
Yes.
Well, on what context did I send that?
Okay, this was when the planning was still going on. Okay, I sent back a mail to you. I said, Joe.
No, what did you say before I sent that?
No,
What
this
did you
was
send out before I sent that?
the planning was going on.
No, the plan.
Nothing
What
has
did
been
you
mentioned
send?
about you.
No.
Nothing.
What did you send
To what? To who? To you?
to the Mali people?
I sent in. That was when I
I
called for a
think
meeting.
you send a tentative program,
Tentative program and all that.
which
What?
No,
which
you- I don't-
involved the
no.
foundation.
I had not even
Where?
gotten to that program. I
Who
had
said
not
it?
gotten to the program.
Who?
The debates were still going
Ekumah.
on. No,
No.
Ebini, I had not gotten to that yet.
No, you sent it. No, he has sent all the program.
No, I had not done that yet.
No, you did.
The program was the last
You
thing I
did.
did.
No, you did, and you said somebody challenged you and said, "Who are you to be talking about the agenda and everything?" Then you said you have talked to all the presidents. You've talked to all, and the chair by the consensus of the chairman. He has told you to coordinate this meeting. Then I sent you an email, private email. I said, "Listen, Ekumah."
That's prior to that, Joe.
No.
You cannot fool me on that.
But you know what?
I'm telling
I
the truth.
have.
I don't mess around my
forget.
memory. Look,
I say
That's prior
I
to
don't
that.
respond.
and
When it comes to Mekanet,
No.
do you know one thing you don't know? Which I never told you guys. I told you today that I don't reply to Mekanet. I reply to individuals. When I saw all this thing, everybody was writing to you.
You've not been writing on this, Joe.
You know why?
You've not been
It's
writing on
kicked
this.
out of it.
You've been on that thing for a long time, more than give me. I was
Just
out of
kicked out.
Meganet for 1 year.
Tell me.
Kicked
1
out.
year.
I started
The
Mekanet.
Boston, the boss, yes, we know that.
I started Mekanet.
You don't even have to tell me. You started this Meganet thing. I know
Okay,
that.
good.
But you have been kicked out of it.
Because
Yeah,
of the
we kicked out of
controversy
it.
of the Boston thing.
No,
You know?
they unsubscribe me out of thing. I receive, but I don't send back.
Oh, you do receive it.
Yes.
So your thing is
So
fine.
whatever you guys are talking, they come to me.
Maybe it's me because I always, minus the fact that you are on Mechanet, I have your this thing on
No,
my
you
this
do.
thing. and I
Whatever-
always send it.
Make come from money.
Whatever the case, I sent him back a private mail. I said, look, Joe, I don't need to seek your opinion. When you came back from Cameroon, first of all, Joe went to Cameroon, okay? I did not know. Whatever was happening, I had no idea.
Why
He
did
came
you
back.
that you knew that you were asking me about the meeting?
You are the one who met me at the town
No, but
meeting.
you were asking me, I said, how was the meeting in Mafia?
No, you told me about the town
No,
meeting.
how did I tell you?
Okay? You were briefing me on the meeting.
You asked me, say, how was Mafia?
You apologized. First of all, Joe saw me at the town meeting, okay? This is,
What
when was
town
that? I think the first one.
Which one?
After he just came from Cameroon, it was like a month after or so.
Which town meeting?
The-
Right, Prayer
I think,
Foundation.
yes.
Okay.
So he came to me and was apologizing. He was helping me to get to the restroom. He was apologizing for not being in touch all this while. And then he went home. This is what happened. He gave me a brief of what happened in Manfi. Okay? According to me, that was briefing. That was his opinion of what happened down there. I sent him a mail to remind him. I said, Joe, I don't need to seek your opinion because you had already told me what happened in Manfi, your role. What I'm trying to do now is try to put a meeting together about this whole thing that is going on with their organization.
But that meeting was not about what
You know?
happened in Mafia. Don't forget.
No, it's not.
Good.
I put it clearly on the net. I said this meeting is to discuss the leadership crisis in our organization and how to, not to repeat
And
mistakes.
let me give you many things that you don't know. Even lately, my friend David was trying to talk to his cousin. Just to tell you how people blackmail others. In Arizona, the man lied for something that I never did. Luckily, he fell in the hands of another man where the cousin called him and was lambasting Jumbo. And that guy lashed him. Then called me and said, well, Jumbo, you died for nothing, no. David don't declare the kind of thing, so if you know you come from my level, no. This is the Maker Foundation thing, where people are having confusions and whatever. If not of David, the confusion will not be there.
Do you know what? You and David, okay?
Oh,
It's you, two people are your two people.
yeah.
Me, I'm different, to tell you the truth. I hope someday you and David can sit like this and have your own meeting. This is my meeting, and I'm interested in seeing what we can achieve out of this meeting. You understand, Ebini?
Yes.
David can tell me whatever he's telling about you. You can tell me whatever you're telling about David. It does not solve the relationship. It does not help the relationship between you and David. I hope that someday you two can sit down and discuss what we're doing now. I'm not benefiting from. I don't have to do what I'm doing now. I'm doing it because I think.
You're going to drop it.
No, not get car. Judy
I
don't
know,
go
I
walk
know.
with car.
Okay.
Judy has gone to
drop
work.
it.
No, you cannot come on.
Why would you say that? I'm totally opposite road.
It doesn't matter.
No, listen. They're going towards 50. They will
You
not
can't
drop
get
it.
this woman to go and drop it to
No matter how you talk to they in a group.
It's
No.
it's on our way
Listen,
anyway.
man, you are stupid
They
to
have
understand
different,
that.
they have different cars.
No, they don't.
Towards 50.
Ekumah's wife is still out there. That's what I'm
Listen,
saying.
man, listen, mama.
But I
I
don't
don't
drunk.
drunk. I don't drunk.
Yes, Ngoria, I know they will go, but I'm trying to tell you that Ngoria, wherever.
Chongore,
They have
okay.
two cars.
So Ngoria and drunk me. See that in a group. Never no. If me alone go there, I will get accident.
Ocharo, you fear for that?
Why you not drive?
We'll have to come up with a solution. Let's just finish this and wrap it up.
If you like, I drive a car, go drop you, and then I keep the car. You know, get anything for all car.
I have to be in my school by 7 o'clock in the morning.
Joe, so we
Money.
can get this done.
Okay, Joe, look, let me, no, you guys are talking.
You know, come on, man, I've said it.
No, wait.
You know, the microphone was with Joe?
No, man, you had the microphone. I came back. Now you were going to hold the microphone.
Look, I
No,
mean,
listen.
you don't talk about
Ebini, the bottom line is this man and I
You guys have spoken.
were spoken about our anger.
You've spoken honestly.
Yes.
On all of this.
So that belongs. I don't even.
Boston or whatever. Now, both of you are in CPDM. You belong to the same political
that's what I
party.
want us to talk about now.
And you are sons of Manu. We have had people who have gone into politics without bringing anything home.
Exactly.
Yes. And one of the things that you bring from politics is understanding too. In a way that you don't play politics of divide and hate.
Yeah, that's it.
You play politics in a way that you understand. If your brother cannot buy your idea, it's still your brother. And you people care about your fathers and your mothers and the other things that we have at home. Now you guys have come publicly, two of you, I hope, because you are public. I don't know whether Ekumah is already public, as far as his affiliation to
I was public. I was even public before Joe.
Okay.
I was getting worried about them keeping this thing in the background, not coming out.
Okay, that shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
So you guys are here. We don't want that ridicule anymore. We don't want that stupid politics. It left to me. I will not encourage any Manu person to join any political party, whether it be SDF or CPDM right now. Because all of those political parties, we don't have the structures that you can bargain with a political party that, okay, if you want vote from my area, do this for us. Those structures don't exist. Once they can use even force for your people to say they won elections there, and they go, nothing else. It might take, if they want somebody there to show that they are representative with people all over, they'll take your person to Yaoundé and they will stay there and enjoy life with his family on your name. Those are things that we don't want you guys to be repeating. If you have decided that your choice is to go into partisan politics, you should understand that politics nowadays is political economy, it's development. It doesn't make any sense for you to shout beer, 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 when beer is only putting something in your pocket. It's not giving you the roads. It's not giving you the structures in your own area. Because you can still get monies in your pocket doing work with your education. So you don't have to ridicule yourself to that level. So what I'm saying is that if you are there
no matter what understanding you are, you should understand that your force for your region must be for you to establish some kind of understanding. You don't have to agree on every issue, but you should know that no matter how you disagree, there must be that unity and that remembrance of where you're coming from.
Ebini, thank you for your good speech, and I'll call it accolades. Let me tell you one thing. Ekumah and me don't actually have a problem other than what we discussed, and that's not a problem. That's a village. I call it family dispute. But I thought he and I have talked about it, and it's over. When we start dealing with any other tribal person, Bakosi, anything, we ought to be playing the political savvy game, and I think we're going to play the political savvy game.
Then before you continue, I don't disagree with your strategy, because if we are grabbing, like right now you guys are sitting here, we have 2 full posts in CPDM. Let's just play those things, right? Whether it's SDF or whatever. Let me just say we look at CPDM and we say, okay, we have 2 sons who have important positions in CPDM. We go here SDF, we go here these other organizations and all the like. That's how we bring them together. Because what we are doing, we're starting with you. We want to bring other Manu sons, put them down like this. Say you are going to parliament, 1 month of your salary or 1 year or whatever is going for development of money. Those are things that Bamileke people do, we must start doing. You understand? One thing that I will not agree with you, you try to discuss that with me and you try to mention that here today. You cannot, with your position now in that party, diminish the effect of one of the posts that you've had for your jurisdiction because of the Ekumah's handicap.
Oh, okay.
You must have to walk around that.
Please, let me get right there.
Yeah, because you said something about it.
I said something. Unfortunately, it's not diminishing, it's strengthening the post. The person who speaks last is the person here. The person who goes out canvassing can canvass as he wants. I, as Jumbo, I will tell you the list of francophones who are coming in president. You know one thing? I'm telling them to call Ekumah. We are calling a meeting very soon. One of the reasons I politically did that very well, because I have a crazy guy they call Folitia. He's a Ghana man. The man wants to take that position so bad. He started complaining here and man, people don't take opposition. Which one do you want? PR. You cannot get PR. I want to tell you what, okay. I have a brother who has that position PR right now. He's very eloquent. He's very good at what he does. But he does not have the locomotion to go out and be canvassing from place to place, which is your job, which is what you can do very well. Why don't you do it? You guys have that position. You and his assistant, he is the PR person. That means if he's the PR person, you're the assistant. I wasn't wrong to say it so. Because I know one thing. If we do not give that guy a position, you know what he's going to do. And people don't take all position. Right now, these young Basa boys are coming, the Douala boys are coming, they're already asking for positions.
There are only 2 of you. How can man?
No, we're not 2 of us.
Who else is it?
Esim. Simon Eta, technical advisor.
Simon Eta too is there.
Oh yeah. So now you tell me, you have 7 positions, 4 or 3.
I usually Simon Eta joins CPDM, Mr. Consmier.
Oh, no, mine.
That's how you people do it.
You know my concern, Joe. You see, I remember when we met at Joe's house, we brought some of these things up. We talked about why we're here and all that stuff, which I want to discuss. Based on my experience, or maybe my own poor suspicion, of recent, I have come to the conclusion. That's why I called you when I came back from Boston and said, you cannot be there up alone.
Exactly.
Ebini, I went to Boston. I did not know that CPDM was having a meeting here.
No, you knew.
Okay. I did not know.
Ekumah.
Okay, I approach you on that.
No, please.
I did not know.
Let me
I'm not
remind
saying
you.
that I approach you on that.
Yeah, let me remind you for you.
And even if you were not coming to that meeting,
Ekumah.
you told me about job constraints and all that.
No,
If you
Ekumah.
had told me your OCBD in person,
Ekumah. The letter you
go ahead.
No, Ekumah. The letter you wrote to me.
Yes.
You are not you.
I said on the CPDM thing, what are we doing?
No. You know.
Yeah.
The letter you wrote to me, I still have it. You said, I know you told me about the CPDM meeting being on that day. Can you no? But listen, I have the letter. He said, can't you give it up to go? I know. He said,
No,
if you're not going, no, listen. He said, if you're not going, I understand.
I did not. You talked about job constraints.
No. Before I talk about job constraints, you have told me about the CPDM. Man, we have
I asked
chronology.
you, just hold on. I asked you in my email, after we talked about, I answered your concern about Boston or seeking your opinion and so on. Then I said, by the way, what are we doing on this CPDM thing? What is going on? Okay, because since we met, we have not met again. I was in the dark.
I told, but I'm just what I replied back to you.
Hold on. So when we're going to Boston, I did not know that there was a CPDM meeting here. Guess how I knew there was a CPDM meeting? I heard from Bison from Houston. Is it Bison? The chief of Houston. He was the one telling me there in Boston that there's a CPDM delegation in Washington. Joe, if I do this, I will not lie in front of you now. It makes no sense.
You know why? No,
I
let
don't
me
know.
know. Before he even told you, he is part of CPDM.
I know that.
No,
it's in Boston that I even knew that he was
Houston,
part of
no,
CPDM.
in Houston. While we were in the meeting in Houston, they said on that day they are going to come to DC. That was part of the agenda for that meeting. I mean, part of the Yale agenda.
But I'm telling you honestly, Joe, that I did not know.
No,
so just let me learn on that.
go review
Okay.
your email.
If
Your
I
email
knew it,
when
I would
said-
not be surprised in Boston. But again, when I knew it or not, I just want to build a situation where I think we need to, I need to correct my suspicion from now on, so we can have a good working relationship. You understand? Since I did not know that meeting, then there was a Houston meeting. Okay. Joe went to that meeting. I think Joe mentioned it just passively to me about 2 days before he left. I did not know there was a CPDM convention in Houston. I had no idea. Then I called Denison. Then do you know? No. Okay, hold on.
That thing was public knowledge.
Okay.
Even
Then I asked
not
them.
CPDM people
Hold
knew
on
about it.
now.
without
I
that.
did. First of all, that's even what forced me to sign back one of
Because
them.
there was
Hold
a
on.
debate about
Camnet.
CAMSA thing
Hold
going
on.
at the same time with it.
Hold on. I was not on Camnet. I signed off Camnet. Camnet gets 100 messages a day. I don't have time. I want to read that stuff. Even at home, I don't have the time. So it's because of that I said, I better go back on this Camnet. I'm on Camnet again. See, when I talked to him, I said, do you not know? So I talked to him, I said, okay, look, I'm a little disappointed because I don't see how Joe can be our leader. And Joe will be going to a convention of CPDM representing Washington, and we do not have time. Joe, I'm telling you this very honestly.
But Joe too,
Okay?
as you as a
Hold
leader,
on. Okay?
it was wrong for you to go for a convention, a national convention,
I said,
without having a meeting
I
with
said,
the people of your own
I brought my honest opinion. This is what is
I wanna
killing me
get-
here.
no, no,
Honesty
no,
and
no,
straightforwardness. I said,
One thing you guys don't know. Listen.
well,
one thing
Joe, we'll
about-
come to that. We'll hear you now. Just
Okay, well.
it's difficult when. So I said, look, I don't feel good because I don't see how Joe can go to a meeting, a CPDM convention representing us, and we did not have time to even sit down and come up with at least a platform or suggestions on what Joe will go down there to Houston and say. That's what I told Listen. Okay? So that again built me another level of suspicion. I put in the letter to Yaoundé on top of that, on top again. Then I just put this image together. I say, maybe Joe is in this thing for himself. Honestly. You want to hear from me, don't hear from somebody else. I'm the one telling you now. I sat down and said, I'm into this CPDM. If there's one critic that Pondi had in this country, Pondi will tell you, even when I was given an appointment, I was appointed to Lithuania. The State Department wrote to Pondi to find out my relationship with the Cameroonians and all that. Pondi called me to his office and said, my son, you are the first Cameroonian to be given a United States diplomatic position. If not of how I've seen you interact with your people, I would have not even given you a good recommendation. But I'm telling you, you're a very outspoken boy. And I've written back to the State Department that you can do this job and you do it right. One day I could stand and, you know, speak out like how they call Shakespeare William Ashu. I did not fear anything. It's my